take away the Vi, do leave open the Draven, but this does put a bit more of a priority on something like a Wukong coming out. With the rise of things like Viego having more of a turn and Maokai being open, it does mean you have some options if you don't just want to outright elect in the jungle and you want to go with a Cassante first.
I mean, surely it would, right? It's just so powerful. We get Cassante first, but on the other side for NIP, a couple of what was shown. Maybe the Annie paired with a Lyric. We know tonight, Annie has just been crucial to winning games.
Just an incredibly strong pick, right? So much playmaking, solid in the laning phase. Sure, there's some answers into it, but especially with things like Ahri being taken off the table as well, does boost her priority a little bit in terms of being something that brings a lot of utility and also presence and playmaking on the map to be able to follow up with how much engage we have in this meta. So Felio's there. We'll see if the Annie gets paired with it or if they just want to opt into taking jungle here. Again, pool has been thinned a little bit with that Vi taken off the board.
Whoa. Okay, cool.
That's
no, crazy.
He's back. He's back.
So Jinx and what? Jinx Lulu Lyric? Or is it a Maokai Jinx angle? Jace?
No.
Oh, that's another one that's not banned. Okay. But we do know that rookie is a Pog Jace.
I will say that this has looked like his best champion in recent times, right? Hasn't played at the split yet, but thinking back to spring with Orianna not in the meta, and usually you do only pick the Jace when you are able to pair it with the Maokai. We've seen it a few times with other things, right? We had it with the Elise like we talked about coming out from the side of JDG, but now we are wondering what the XLB pivot would do, and it's us getting Graves. Graves going to come out. You have CC setup coming out in the mid lane with the Annie. Tons of burst, right? Tibbers into the collateral damage will just outright burst a squishier champion like a Jace or any AD carry that JackeyLove wants to go towards.
Like a Draven? Question mark? Because I know Jinx is available, but
I want to see, because NIP, right? Do NIP ban the Draven or do they ban the Jinx? Because both of those options are still there. And this is why top esports feel confident leaving their bot lane to the second rotation, because they know there's no way they can get banned out in terms of priority like bot lane pairs that they can put together.
I'm going to say Xayah in the end. Okay, so they don't care about the Jinx lurks. They don't care about possibly being outranged, as you said. Annie burst, plus we got two short, well, not shorter range, but 280 carries in their own right as well, with Shalom Bao bringing in the Graves. Let's just see what the final ban is from top esports, because they got rid of the Lulu for the Aphelios. We know they don't have an engage yet. Surely you're like, we hate Nautilus here. Let's get rid of that. But Lyric, is it going to be something different? Rakan
Yep, has to be the
instead?
Rakan. Draw's best champion. Makes a lot of sense for this ban to come through. Doesn't make a ton of difference where they go here. They can wait to counter with support because they haven't seen bot lane yet. If they did just want to go towards a tank, they do. I think Jinx maybe fits thematically more with what top esports have put together, because then you could play the range game with both Jinx and Jace. You have some peel coming out from people like the Maokai. But hell, we'll see what JackeyLove wants to bring to the table.
Again, he's a very different beast, isn't he? But against the Malphite, do you worry that Draven might find its mark a little bit slower, or rather, might not find its mark at all if he's not off the ground? Top esports, it's Zig. Oh, yes, okay. Forget the meta, that's great. We now have a bit more range, Lyric. We've got our AP damage as well. Ziggs up against this cop, though. Lyric, start walking me through.
So, right, they do go the poke direction that I hit on the Jinx would make more sense than the Draven, but pivoting it with the Ziggs. I love that JackeyLove still has this as a pocket as well. Always been someone who's been willing to bring out this pick. We know what they're going to do, right? Long range poke, kite back, look to siege. You have ways to dissuade. Engages coming through with the ultimate coming out from Tian. So for NIP, they want to full send it. You have a Maokai, you have a Nautilus. You have so many ways to be able to get on top of this backline. You even have long range burst, right? If Invincible finds his ulti on the JackeyLove, follow through with the collateral damage, even if you don't outright kill JackeyLove, that can just look to take him out of a fight early on and then allow the rest of NIP to run down the members of top esports. So I love when we get two compositions that have two opposing identities, right? And you get to see who executes better, how they play into each other, and if NIP can bounce back with Shalom Bao coming in.
You've got yourself a Ziggs. You've got yourself, as you said, two very stylistically different comps. It's exciting, especially when, you know, people like Rookie, a lot going to rest on him on this Jace this game too. Ignore the back screen, guys. That's not a Graves mid. That's not a Malphite in the jungle. we're going to fix that one up for you. Instead, we've got ourselves Xiaolonbao's debut up against this comp that has a hell of a lot of range. It's exciting, it's different, and ladies and gentlemen, it is not Jinx versus Aphelios again. It is not picks that just go on and on and on and on in this meta that consistently bore us. It's picks that have excitement to them, that are different flavors. It is like going to a Gordon Ramsay restaurant after you've just been to McDonald's. The McDonald's
okay, you posted the grandpa picture earlier. Grandpa, go back to your rocking chair. You know, we just have to learn to accept. We have to learn to accept that this is the world that we live in. And you know what? You could think back to better days, like all old people do, and be like, back in my day when we had Zed mid against Italy in Season 3, it was better. It was better. But you know what? That's not the time we were born into.
But we've been alive for like, I've been alive for 28 years.
You're right. Actually, we were here during that time, but still.
During
those
all
days
of it.
behind us. Deathfire Grasp, gone. Gragas with like insane 1.8 AP ratios or whatever it was back in the day.
Reaction time.
In the bin.
Yep.
Oh, those were funner days, though.
They were indeed.
Gone.
Dude, before Yuumi was made, man, those were the glory days of League. Yuumi came in, suddenly the world is burning down. It's not even an old man opinion.
Look at this, old man. We got an invade coming out from the side of NIP and engage. Ooh, a bit of damage thrown out.
Nice.
Getting the action started early on.
So where do you want to start here? Because these are fun lanes. Like, I feel like if we are talking lanes, probably important to mention how Rookie's going to go against Angel this time around, because Angel bodied him as Tian starts the invade up at the top side, but is spotted by a ward, and surely that'll influence what happens towards the mid lane.
Yeah, I think for Rookie, I mean, early on, like, Annie actually has very impressive auto attack range, right? So you're able to do fairly well in these matchups early on before you get a few levels under your belt as the Jace to try to start poking out. And you could see is going to get pushed in, which is going to allow for XLB to react off that information that the ward gave.
Not going to walk past the little cat either, so Tian won't really have a full idea for the time being, as, never mind, excuse me. Pings do go down, he is towards his red, as Tian goes back to his own camps and just starts clearing out his side of the jungle as well. So top side for now, the junglers will lie, as that camera keeps flicking around, looking towards his bottom lane, because JackeyLove and Mark getting pushed in here, very scared of Dwar's hooks, as JackeyLove always has to stand behind Mark.
He does. Has to be ready for anything, but TS kind of opting out of having a really strong early game by bringing in picks like the Ziggs, right? You want to be able to at least get to something like a lost chapter before your bombs even feel like they do anything meaningful. Then it's about being able to get close to turret, throw down things like that satchel, and really whittle them down. The only hope would be if you could play out through mid-jungle, but the fact that NIP have opted into this Graves, it's going to be very hard for Tian to ever be able to get in there and do damage.
That's a satchel charge there. Dwar hooks back in. Dangerous under turret, honestly, but still lives to tell the tale.
On the minimap, they dodged each other while all that was happening. Tian walked around as Xiaolongbao tried to wrap in and find the kill onto Tian.
He's still waiting as well. See Xiaolongbao gets the shock blast, the flash hammer back as well. Xiaolongbao has the match as Tian gets a twisted advance. Bramble smash as well. Rookie now has the damage. That mid-jungle commitment was huge, as now JackeyLove's flash on top of it. Dwar is dead. Photic runs into melee range and gets the trade. The 80 carry gets to stay in the wave, but the action has begun as Tian just went under turret to try and kill Angel, who now flashed as well.
So, at the end of the day, things slightly favor TES. They did get more summoners out of this. Mark, even going to stop the recall now. And typically, it's like, okay, you look at bot lane, which 80 carry died. They're losing on golden XP, so they lose out. But JackeyLove on the Ziggs has teleport, so he doesn't really lose out on all too much. And we're going to go into the replay of the bot side action first. It is the Nautilus trying to go in, trying to get on top of JackeyLove. But the CC coming out from Mark, the bombs from JackeyLove to even that out. And I don't know why we looked at that, honestly. I feel like the topside action was a little bit more interesting, but you know, here we are.
Dude, Chinese Ziggs dying sound is just great. It's like a crow just getting slaughtered. Next time JackeyLove dies, we're going to enjoy that a little bit more. Just remember I said it. As he does have TP, he got down to the bottom side quicker as well. So we didn't miss out on too much, Lyric. Was kind of excited to see Photic win that out and be able to stay in the lane. But again, Summoner means a lot here for TS's bottom lane as he was able to pick up tier as well. No! Cameraman! What in the Charles Dickens was that zoom in?
I just love how some days our observers like to be a little bit spicy and really, really show the small missteps of our players. See, players, don't flame broadcast. Actually, I'm not going to redirect her to flame observers either. That was great. Sadly for Zhuo, again, the animation's always a little bit untruthful, bit of a lie, as they do say.
Shalom Bell, okay, he's coming top side now. Can Graves do anything well with Unstoppable Force? You'd have to say yes, but he's on a ward, so Wayward is going to give the respect, especially with All Out as well. Maybe NIP doing the same thing. He'll back away, Lyric. He's got deep feet. He can chill out. And top side is going to be the most quiet so far, it seems like. It's engage in the bottom side. Satchel charge onto Photic. Look at the damage as he flashes away. A bouncing bomb lands the auto. Photic one more, and he's dead. This 2v2 is spicing up for TES.
I'm really surprised at the damage coming through in these trades from the top esports spot lane. Leon has some pretty solid base damages, but still, with JackeyLove following through, didn't even need the ignite in that exchange, and they still find everything.
Just gives such an edge. Lyric, this is one scaling pick that everyone always underestimates. Angel going to get bopped here in the mid lane. Tippers does come out on top of Rookie. Gets a bit of damage out as now half HP for both. Pots are going to be popped as Tian spots out Shalom Bao on the bottom side. Hex Flash coming through, but Mark decides not to go over the wall as both teams now eye off that dragon sitting there and waiting.
I'm also just really surprised at the lead the TS have been able to find. Like, okay, bot lane, we knew it'd be a little bit of a knife fight, but still, you'd expect to be a little bit slower with the fact that JackeyLove is on Ziggs. And I think it's actually bigger that TS were able to win out in that mid lane exchange, because that's really where the breadth of NIP's power should be, and just having more burst, more lockdown in their 2v2. I guess it wasn't a 2v2 considering that Shalom Bao did get collapsed on, but we're really going to need to see the power of this Graves start coming to fruition when you do have so much setup to enable him to just take advantage, which is why Shalom Bao is so proactively walking into Tian's jungle so often. Going to see the Zenith Blade and the Satchel really being the big thing, allowing all those mines to connect and get that damage off, that really being the difference maker. And yeah, Photic just not expecting that Zenith Blade to come out and connect from Mark.
Little soccer ball hit him right in the back. Shalom Bao, as we said. We come back from the replay, trying to be proactive in the enemy jungle. This time spots Tian on a camp, but the whole of NIP are here. Tian might get it. He gets the ulti, but the whole of NIP are flying in on Treebeard. It is the opposite of the Twin Towers movie, as this time Saruman wins out, and NIP have full reign of the rift.
Why are they Saruman? Why?
Because Treebeard wins. Spoiler alert, Saruman does not win. He does die in the third one, but that's a deleted scene, but we get there. But this time around, Lyric, Treebeard loses out, right? And so Saruman and the Orcs of Isengard win. It's an anti. It's like that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's like an alternative ending.
You know, I like that, you did the spoiler alert, and you did give a lot of info, so we'll give you a pass for now.
Thank you.
JackeyLove, on the opposing side of the map, who would he be in this analogy? Because he's kind of just been chilling, getting tons of money.
It's probably Merry and Pippin after. It's like in the third minute. We're indulging salted pork. Oh, my accent sucks. I'm sorry about that, guys.
That was atrocious.
That was rubbish. And I'm Australian. I should be able to get... What are they, Irish? They're like Irish? What are the hobbits, Irish? Irish? Scottish?
You know, I have no idea. Wasn't that, wait, I thought that was all filmed in, like, New Zealand or something.
Yeah, of course it was. All the movies. Two Towers, Fellowship. I almost said Three Towers. What is wrong with me tonight? I think I said Twin Towers before. Really sorry, guys.
It's only your first day. It's only your first day back as well. As speaking of first stage
Charge does that, doesn't it? I don't think he paid respect. Mega Inferno Bomb out. JackeyLove is running out of mana, but Tian is able to cover that flash away. Invincible's about to run into this as Bramble Smash stops him with the flash too. Just enough damage as that was not good from Invincible. He did not respect the Ziggs.
No, and this should open up for Dragon to go over to the side of TS. We'll see if they realize, because Photic isn't showing on top wave yet, so they do have to be a little bit concerned and careful about going for this. And now with resets coming out by the time Photic shows, means they can't just start this one right away. And JackeyLove even getting TP to the top lane.
Salted pork. I don't know, I'm doing the Gimli one now as JackeyLove is here. You said it. There's the flash. Look at the angle. Top Esports are not slowing down Lyric as Photic has all the right guns, but out goes Wayward in the nick of time. Zhuo can't help out as well. And this is the tempo we remember from the old TES.
Yeah, exactly. This is the type of game the top esports were known for thriving under. But unfortunate for Photic, once again, just trying to get into a position where he can pop off. But Wayward, being a bit of a sneaky lad, doesn't even allow him to farm the wave. So no one going to opt into this Dragon. Just TS still just constantly following NIP around, trying to get these kills on board. I want to pay attention to the minimap to see what Tian does as he's starting to make his way in that area. And looks like he will finally start it up. And this is all a bit weird. It's a bit weird that teams have ignored this Dragon for so long. It's weird that both teams had different times where they had full control of bot side because key members of the other team were showing top, and that it's just finally now happening.
What are we looking at here? I guess the replay from Photic. Lyric, he saw Wayward disappear.
What could he do?
Up, and then, yeah, I guess JackeyLove is here. Close though.
Oh, almost has the damage, right? Building up the chakrams with the green and white. But sadly, JackeyLove following through with his own flash to make sure the damage comes out. Now we're getting to the point where items are coming out across the board, right? Demonic Embrace, Leandries. We can see Storm Racer being built up for Shaolin Bow, so huge right now. The Rocket Belt for Angel to hopefully close the gap. Because, right, it's still Malphite with Tibbers kind of being layered down, then following through with the collateral damage is the ideal way to play for NIP. Hell, even the Moonlight Vigil on top of it. Quite the wombo combo coming out from their side. But sadly, we haven't had any like grouped up 5v5s just yet, which is what's allowed for TS to just more of play the map and accumulate this 3,500 gold lead.
With insane wave clear, right? I mean, JackeyLove has the Leandries. He's 2,000 gold over Photic as well. He's sitting with the tier in his inventory. He's stacking up. And look, Photic has like the budget vegan build going on right now. Of course, he hasn't been able to go to Coles or Woolies and buy some meat, let alone he hasn't been able to go to the butcher and get better quality meat. Right now, sitting with broccoli and asparagus that's been imported from France. Like, what is that going to get you for a meal? Of course, that Storm Razor turns up and he has salmon, so it's a little bit better. As Lyric hold the thought, it's Tian locked out, locked in, locked down. He gets a twisted advance, but he dies just in time for Zhuo. Really good CC chain, at least finally coming through from NIP.
I was going to say, even if Photic's kind of living the budget diet life, well, we need to pause again, okay? No more action to follow through. At least the other members of your squad have, finished off those mythics. And hell, talking about it now, Photic did just come out of base with the Storm Razor. So going to be at a point where he can at least start outputting some level of damage. But we saw the combo there, right? We saw the amount of bursts that they have setting up for this Graves, who doesn't even necessarily need to really be in striking distance to be able to get that out. Top Esports will have that same play pattern later on, especially now that the Ghost Blade's finished for Rookie. We're going to have to see, like, the bombs and the Accelerated Shock Blasts whittling NIP out before they can ever get in range to throw out the combos that they're looking for.
Well, with 3k gold in the lead, it feels like that damage is going to be significant, and the ability to throw it out even easier. Lyric, JackeyLove now has a needlessly large. JackeyLove is wave clearing like no tomorrow. And I want to say Rookie the same, this time a 30 CS lead. And as you said, like, NIP are still hitting strides. They're still hitting points where, yes, they're all in is scary. But the fact that the game is this slow means good, right? As Angel, Zenith Blade there, JackeyLove with the all-in. Angel doesn't have Tibbers. It was thrown out before as he flashes out. He protobelts back in, gets a stun, but it's only on to mark. The Leona not the prime target as NIP also move up, but Top Esports, we're ready to match.
Top Esports is trying to find these picks and not allow NIP to just slowly try to stall the game and get some more gold onto their key carries. Great for them is that they have Wayward on this Cassante, who's going to just keep up pressure in sides. Invincible not allowing him to hover over, though, which could potentially generate more pressure of him playing in Fog of War, because NIP have a nice vision line around their bot side jungle.
Nice side step back. Yomu's picked up. Yeah, there is actually a pretty cute line, in fact, indeed.
Yeah, on both sides of their jungle.
NIP playing defensive. As Herald's going to go down. Zhuo is out here. Mark. It is literally the room. As Mark. Oh, okay. About as good as Tommy Wiseau's acting there, as Solar Flare doesn't really work. Angel able to step out of that, and Tibbers comes out to pop in and say hello again.
Now Angel going to just try to be an annoyance, stop some of these recalls. Still, ultimately, at the end of the day, Top Esports are the team that pick up the Rift Herald. Sure, it might not turn into the biggest gold trade, right, being past at like 15.5 minutes, but maybe you can start trying to break down some of these turrets, especially around mid lane. I think would be huge. You already have JackeyLove, so you have a demolition machine. So it might even be more ideal to wait, try and use this around that dragon timer, and look for a way to just guarantee yourself presence on this dragon, and then use your poke, use your range to not allow NIP from getting anywhere close.
That's what they've been doing, Lyric. It's such a chill game, but it's very well played so far. At 30 seconds till the dragon comes up, it'll be the second one. As Top Esports are going to have Wayward just freed up after he clears up this turret. TP available too. Rookie already down there as they start, again, using that range. Further to what you said, big bomber. JackeyLove, he's level 11, Lyric. He's now got an Archangel staff. Photic has just been bazookaed.
Just throwing out the ulti casually. Hell, I guess Angel's been doing it all game with the Timber, so why shouldn't JackeyLove do it with his bomb? And now this is going to allow them to group towards mid, get a bit of this damage down. And when you have the Ziggs, you don't even necessarily need the Herald to raise these turrets. So that's why I think using it maybe as a pressure pooler might be a little bit better for the side of TS, as that one's on its way to timing out.
Simple as that. Added pressure. I mean, it's just been a much better early game this time around, Lyric, from TES. As they're waiting in brush. TP's going to come through. That's NIP as Mark, again, do I have to say hello? He flashes it. Where did you come from? Mark just dies with Solar Flare, but Rookie's damage follow-up might be good as the Brown will smash in after Nature's Grasp. Wayward again in the middle, but they're going for Invincible. They're going for Zhuo. Both will die as he all out in the backline's huge as JackeyLove is firing away. Bomb after bomb after bomb after bomb, and again! The nukes fly from downtown. Flash on top of Photic. Tian wants a twisted advance. He won't get the slow, though, as Rookie is running away, but dodges from the Moonlight Vigil. Photic wants rage, but he can't get it. He followed this up, and now has to turn onto Tian. He should be able to get the jungler. Should be, as he flashes away with the satchel charge. Now he needs fair defeat as Rookie is tagged, but he still gets the damage. JackeyLove! The bombs. Photic versus JackeyLove. Top Esports versus Top Esports. AD carry of a different time. They'll both survive for now, as Rookie is also lucky to say the same.
I was going to say, Rookie must have been on like 20 HP after the snipe connected from Photic. Still, I'm surprised that was so heavily in favor of Top Esports, even with Mark. Let's just call it how it is, honestly. Kind of running it down, living in the enemy jungle. And for a second, I looked to see who was on NIP. Any of Mark's former teammates? No. But still, just no fear on this guy. Seriously, Mark's confidence and swagger increases every single year, and I'm here for it. I'm here for this glow up.
That's why he's JackeyLove's support. No one else can be JackeyLove's support at this point. Both of them have that, yeah, let's call it swagger. Sometimes it goes a little bit further than it should, but that's what makes them so great, right? You can't love them at their worst if you don't love them at their best. Or wait, the other way around, obviously. Not right at all.
Hey, we might have a fight coming up, though. No ults just yet. Okay, both Invincible and Angel's ults came up.
Oh, Angel has flash. There's a twisted advance followed down. Sorry, Nature's Grasp, as they do get themselves a Herald down in the meantime. Dragon goes to NIP, so Shalambel has it as Mark goes in. Solar Flare kind of hitting the tip again, but JackeyLove's ult is huge. So is Angel on the backside. Wayward takes him, though. Wayward takes him on a journey. Invincible got a great ulti too, but the damage was so far off as Zhuo decides it's time to die. Just like a James Bond movie, this man's got a license to kill, but maybe Top Esports could be the odd job in the equation. 3 versus 4, low health bars, top esports moving in. Photic gets grabbed him, dredge line onto Tian, but it might just kill him. Mark jumps back in.
And
These guys are
JackeyLove.
psychopaths. Absolute psychos. At the end, we've still got 3 versus 1 as blood rains and TES. It's a fine time to kill.
And JackeyLove just took turrets mid. Hell, the Herald might even take inhibitor. Looks like Angel will be able to finish it off at the end of the day. But winning the fight, going back mid, taking structures like top esports, winning across the board, and now we're at a 7K gold lead. Whew. Huge. We're gonna see here.
One more
this
time.
was crazy because NIP were waiting, counting down for their ults to come back up. Especially top esports who had advantage to start off with, using Tian's ultimate to dissuade people from coming in. Mark does a nice job of trying to catch people out, and this was enough, right? Comboing that in with the Ziggs ult really did so much, and it means even if Invincible and Angel find the perfect setup onto the Ziggs, the peel around him, Wayward bringing him out, was enough with the fact that the damage has already been done. The damage already did from the combo before on the other 3 members of NIP, making it so that they really can't follow forward on the engage that Angel and Invincible presented.
I just love that, as you said, JackeyLove just waddled me. He ignored the play. He's like, you guys deal with it. I'm just going to go and clear some turrets. And he did. He opened up mid while top esports actually won this in the end anyway.
I just want to believe that JackeyLove in this moment thought to himself, what would Tom Nook do? Tom Nook's the ultimate business maestro. You go for the big money. The big money's in the objectives, in the minions.
Yeah.
Bloodshed, that could be done by other people. Tom Nook doesn't sully his hands with that stuff.
Tom Nook. Oh, God. Hey, speaking of little island adventure, Angel has been on one for a while. Look at where he is. Teleport's coming in. NIP, they don't have Baron right now covered quite at all. Lyric, this Annie is still there. Like, they're hoping that top esports walk towards them.
He's just... Hey, he knows their win condition, right? He knows they're behind engage, coming out.
Yeah, problem is Solar Flare is there. Angel's still there. Angel's still there. Angel, hello. Is it going to be worth it in the end? He has to get his flash over, but he doesn't have
He's being
flash.
patient. He's being patient.
He's being epically patient, but Tian is the only one here. Is he going to pull out the ulti? The stun does come through onto Tian. That means no smite, but he gets the heal up. Oh, an attempt was made. A straight blind dodged away. Worth in the end. The patience works out. You now have a numbers advantage, but Rookie, as he jumps in, tries to get Invincible. He's already burned his oldest Wayward. The knockback's huge. The all out. It's Cassante time. I will not yield. There's one more, another one, another one, another one. Oh, Cassante. Man, don't ever say it's over if I'm breathing.
Wayward just being huge this game. Someone send Ox the clips because this man having a pop-off, having a bounty with Rookie, with JackeyLove there to provide that damage. And look, a lot of members of NIP are dead. And you know what that means? It's time for the Baron. And hell, this composition with the pushing power it already has with the Baron on top, NIP's base is going to be in shambles.
Man, I tell you what, it's not the first Cassante highlight, but it won't be the last. Let's watch this again. Angel went skipping around the Rosie.
I respect
Lyrics,
this.
I mean, it was a patient play.
I mean, he was hoping, right, his idea makes sense. He's hoping that them pushing in mid-wave will force all of them to back off. They don't. They elect for the fight. They should learn that Mark is absolutely crazy this game, always going to go in, and they have to settle for what they can get. So they wait. All right, we've been patient enough, hoping JackeyLove walks by. He isn't. Go for Tian. His passive almost saved him here, but luckily they do find one at the end of the day. But Wayward with the heroics, constantly hitting these third Qs to find the knockbacks that he's looking for. It's going to start with Xiaolong Bao, and then kind of one by one, he just hits them all into the team, while Rookie and JackeyLove can dish out the damage.
I mean, JackeyLove again hasn't really in touch much this game as there's the ulti onto Invincible. That is Frank the Bloody Tank. And he's just been 3-hit as Solar Flare again onto Photic. The flip back. Just stop it. It's carry on my wayward son again. As top esports, game 1 was messy, but this game is bloody clean as Angel has to get away. The Shock Blast combo didn't work for some reason, but Angel has no hope anyway. Lyric, this is a 2-0, whether the fans like it or not. And unlike the first game, Top Esports deserved this from end to end with 22 kills in 25 minutes and something to write home about.
Much better game. JackeyLove was superb. Rookie having a better time. Wayward, huge. Mark did not give a... You know, I won't say the word, but you all know what Mark didn't care about anything in that game. That man kept going in, and even his attitude walking off stage, you could see, Mark, what a guy.
What a guy.
He was just so
What
like anytime he saw someone, once we got, let's say, like post, hell, not even in the early game, he was just going in, but especially post 15 minutes. Oh, you're close by? Well, do I have a deal for you? You pay me nothing, I give you a solar flare. And you know what? He did give